How's it going, guys? It's Joey64 here with a discussion podcast reaction-esque video. Today we are going to be discussing the newly announced TV show in the Sonic the Hedgehog series, Sonic Prime. But I am not alone. I am also joined by
someone who also likes TV shows. My name's Thomas.
This is going to be kind of just on a. It's not a script or anything. We just kind of were like, let's do this real quick because this got announced this randomly. I guess before we actually talk about the series, let's talk about what other Sonic TV shows that we've experienced in the past. Thomas, we'll start with you. What Sonic shows, or we won't count the movie because that's kind of like its own thing. So shows, have you seen any of the shows before?
Well, Joey, I have seen a little bit of Sonic Boom, and it's honestly the best thing I've ever seen.
Sonic Boom is good. I think I've dabbed, like some of the shows I've seen more than most. Like I've seen a bit of Adventures and Sat AM, which were the two 90s cartoons. Sonic Underground I've seen more than I should have, because that's a very, very corny show. That's the one where there's like a song in every episode, because Sonic's like a guitarist in a band with his sister and brother.
It sounds like Steven Universe.
See, the Sonic the Hedgehog predicts Steven Universe 20 years in advance? What? But yeah, and of course, I've seen all Sonic X because that's what I grew up with, and I've seen a decent amount of Sonic Boom. So I've seen bits and pieces of at least all of them. And of course, if you've been on this channel for any length of time, you know I'm a massive Sonic fan just in general. So yeah, but getting actually into the topic, so we aren't sitting here discussing this forever and forever. Basically, it was December 7th of 2020, last year, Netflix accidentally kind of like leaked out the whole Sonic is getting an animated series in 2022. Yeah, 2022.
Which good on Netflix for that, because they gave us time to prepare for this video.
Yeah, that kind of helped. Yeah, but it's just the worst part about this though, that for me at least, they announced it on the day, like the tweet came out like the same day of the Game Awards. If you remember, I don't know if you probably remember that, Thomas.
I do remember that.
And then like they deleted it like an hour later, and everyone's like, "Oh, it's gonna be announced at the Game Awards," and it's like, no, and kind of like out. I don't know if you remember this, Thomas, but me and Thomas were in a call yesterday, and I was talking about how it's been almost 2 months since this initial tweet came out about this.
You know, I thought about that, and I was like, how did he guess it?
I know that was my first thought this morning when I saw it. I was like, oh my gosh, how? It was kind of odd. It wasn't intentional. It just kind of happened, obviously, but yeah. But anyways, we're not really didn't make too big of a. Everything that was in that initial tweet is in this tweet with the show's logo and all that. So we're going to just focus on this. So I'm going to go and just read out the tweet and the synopsis and all that, and then we'll discuss everything. So starting with the tweet, this is from the official Netflix Twitter. Yes, it's true. Sega's legendary video game icon Sonic the Hedgehog will star in a new 3D animated series from Sega, Wildbrain Studios, and Man of Action Entertainment, premiering on Netflix in 2022. And we have a nice picture of the logo for Sonic Prime. Just saying Sonic Prime. And later on, they outside of this, I don't know what the source of this was. I think it was just a general press release, but we got some more information, so I'll go read that out too. Viewers are expected to see Sonic traverse through a high-speed adventure in a packed 24-episode series where, quote, the fate of the strange new multiverse is at stake. So before I continue reading the press release, I just want to I feel like there's just a lot to digest there just from the tweet in that first bit. So at least I guess I'll go ahead and start. the multiverse. That's nothing. We've had time travel many times in the Sonic universe, but the multiverse is my first thing that comes to my mind when I think animated series is it's slipping my mind, the Spider-Man movie.
Into the Spider-Verse?
Yes, and I don't know. I was thinking about this, and like before we were going to I'm like, okay, I Into the Spider-Verse.
You know, that would be interesting. Into the Spider-Verse style Sonic show, where it's like all of the Sonic cartoon shows, like it has the two '90s ones and Sonic Boom, and maybe some of Sonic X.
Yeah, and some in the other continuities. I think
Yeah.
from what it seems like it's going to be, I'll go read the next one. Quote here. Sonic's adventure is about more than a race to save the universe. It's a journey of self-discovery and redemption, said Wildbane in an official statement. So it seems like it won't be like an anthology series. This will be focused on like one Sonic.
Mm-hmm.
Assuming there is going to be multiple Sonics for the multiverse. So I'm gonna kind of introduce what I think for my theory for this. So the Archie comics, this is where in the Archie comics there is a Sonic multiverse, and we won't get. I'm not gonna get into Archie, but there is a multiverse in there, and like the main like modern Sonic, the one that like we follow throughout like the comics one, he's known as Sonic Prime, because Prime normally one of the definitions of Prime is like the main one, like that's like the ultimate version of like X thing. So, and he's like in the Archie universe, the Sonic that we follow is known as Sonic Prime because he's like the most powerful Sonic, and he's the main one. Basically, he's the main character. Put it simply. So that's why I think it being called Sonic Prime, maybe, and the whole thing we know about the multiverse, that's supposed to kind of allude to the Sonic, like, because I'm assuming we're assuming that this is going to be modern Sonic, the Sonic we've seen in the past couple of years, throughout the series with the boost formula and all that. It'll be modern Sonic that we'll be following in this show. That's what makes the most sense.
Yeah.
So, and most people consider him to be Sonic Prime, like he is the main Sonic. So that's the theory I have with why it's called Sonic Prime, unless there's some other reason why that we just don't know about, because we don't have a trailer or anything. We just have your generic press release of just some general stuff and a very basic plot synopsis. So yeah,
I think you might have nailed that one, because honestly, hearing your explanation, just a little PSA, I don't know everything about Sonic. I know about as much as what Joey has told me over many long calls. But I definitely think you're right about that. Something about the logo, like the Sonic Prime logo, it looks the Sonic part is yellow and it's shattered. And the Prime looks like portally and almost futuristic.
Yeah.
So it's very or like holographic. So that's very interesting.
It kind of has it's more of the P and a bit of the R. It has like, we're looking at the logo now. It has like a after effect.
Yeah. Which also makes you think of like multiple realities.
Yeah. Well, actually looking at specifically the Prime here, and how like it's all like looking at like the artwork that's on like the letters, it reminds me of for Crash Bandicoot 4, the cover art for that. I want to pull it up here real quick so you can see it. Because that game's all about hopping dimensions and all that, and you see it here. I think pretty sure it's the box art. You kind of see what I'm saying? We're kind of like, I don't know, like the shadow pieces, like around.
I get what you're saying.
And that kind of reminds me of that.
Basically, what you're saying is Sonic is going to have a crossover with Crash Bandicoot.
Exactly.
So, my theory for basically the main plot of the show, aside from the little synopsis you got there, what I think is going to happen is something in the main Sonic universe happens to where either Sonic or Eggman or some other external force causes reality to like break and like it like breaks itself and it basically reforms and it like I'm bad at explaining things, but it like fuses multiple realities together.
Yeah.
If that makes sense.
Saying. Yeah, I'm trying to hear it. So basically to explain for people who haven't seen the Archie Sonic comics, I'm gonna make this a very bare bones thing here, and I'll show the comic panel up on screen now. So there was many of probably heard there was a Sonic and Mega Man comic crossover, and the whole plan was Eggman and Dr. Wily were going to rewrite the universe and all that, using the powers of the Chaos Emeralds and what they call the Super Genesis Wave, which basically just reset everything.
Genesis Wave.
Yeah. But and what they did was Mega Man, basically after the final battle, Sonic's like, okay, Mega Man, just do chaos control and it should fix everything. And Mega Man's universe is saved and all that. But Sonic's on the other hand, Sonic goes to do the chaos control and all that, but Eggman like screws it up because he's like, no, I'm not gonna let you get away with this. And that leads to this whole like fade to white and like you can see here, if you look at the bottom of the panel, the universe is not all like smooth and swirly, it's all fractured looking.
Mm-hmm.
And actually this leads into where they rebooted the series, which is a whole nother discussion, because legal crap, they had to reboot the series, but I could see what you were saying where like something happens to Sonic and Eggman, and because of that, the whole universe gets scrambled.
Like something very big towards like a lot of multi.
Yeah.
Almost think
I
more
also,
like.
Go ahead.
So I almost think, thinking of that again, I really think it'll be more crossover, not between any other franchise, but Sonic properties in general. I would bet at least once there'll be a crossover from a Sonic from a different property that we've seen, like probably classic Sonic.
Yeah, I definitely see at the very least us getting classic Sonic. I think that's a possibility, mainly especially since in Sonic Forces they established that they what do you call it? They established that he's from a different dimension, not from the past now.
Mm-hmm.
So that does kind of make me think, and I've seen a lot of people talk about this on Twitter, of the whole aspect of, well, is this going to rope classic Sonic into the plot again and all that? Which it's a possibility. It's a very major possibility.
I think the difference between this and, well, I think people are thinking of Sonic Forces, where it was like Sonic Forces had a story to tell, and then they just put it classic Sonic in there. Whereas I think this, if it establishes we will see Sonics from different multiverses / dimensions, it would be a bit more accepting. Do I think they should focus on him as a main character? No, I think it should be the main Sonic in whatever team he is. But
yeah,
just something to think about.
Also, as I'm going through just random Twitter threads here, there's also I see somebody, they actually bought a Blaze because Blaze is from a different dimension. This could,
I was about to say that. I'm pretty sure you're going to see Blaze.
Yeah, this could bring Blaze, and I think especially since she's able to come over to, like, in the IDW comics. She is in, like, it's like it's one of the first issues of that series. I don't want to consider it a spoiler, but she does travel from her dimension to Sonic's dimension to help him.
Mm-hmm.
I won't get too much into the actual plot from there, but
so the image below that, man, I'm so lost in the hype.
yeah.
Again,
I
Another
definitely
thing
see.
with the name Prime. Literally, when Joseph texted me about this, I was like, "Is this going to be a crossover with Samus or something?"
Metroid Prime. Yeah. Also, I love how the official Sonic the Hedgehog Twitter, they responded to the Netflix one saying, "Oh yeah, this is finally happening." I'm assuming it was taking a jab at themselves from the tweet from back in December.
Oh man.
But yeah. I guess I think we've kind of, at least plot wise, there's not too much else to like. It's once we get, I think we'll definitely come back again, especially when we get that fourth trailer or we get screenshots of just some kind of information.
Bit
Probably,
more concrete.
yeah, probably like we'll probably over the course of the next couple months get like some small information like, oh, X person's going to be white in it. Oh, these voice actors will be in it. Oh, wait, that actually hit voice actors. Roger Craig Smith won't be in this.
Yeah, I was thinking about that a lot.
I just thought like technically they like seeing how it's going to be 2022. I don't think so, but technically he could have already voiced it. It is possible.
It's possible. I would only imagine they would have like at least, I don't know if they plan to do many seasons, but this early on, if it's going to be in 2022, I would say they at least have the first couple, if not like the first season or again whatever they plan to do with that written. I think it's mostly, if not fully written. It's just and needing to be animated and then voice acting.
Well, it also depends on, we don't know when in 2022. Because I would say like if it's going to come out like early 2022, like around like like this time next year, they've probably already done the voice acting. But if it's coming out like summer, fall, like that time period,
Yeah.
that may be a bit of a different story. But actually, I just thought about this. The Sonic movie comes out 2022. The sequel that comes out April. I forgot, like April 20 something. Maybe this is going to come out before. Like it could come out early 2022 to help build up hype for Sonic in general and lead it into the movie.
That's
Not
a point.
not like connected to the movie, but like hype, like building up hype for Sonic as a franchise.
I just had a minor worry myself about this thing, and I was thinking beforehand maybe the next Sonic game is going to be called Sonic Prime. And then I thought, when was the last time a Sonic game was based off of a TV show?
Oh no! For some reason my first thought was Sonic X, but I'm like no. Well, there
If
was
you
a
don't know
Sonic
what
X
I'm
game, but it was on the Leap store. But
if you don't if you don't know what I'm referring to, Sonic Boom,
it
Rise of
had the
Lyric.
Rise of Lyric and Shadow Crystal. I don't. Well, oh my god! So there's been this leak, these rumors going around a lot recently. I think of a new Sonic game. I want to say let me look up. Let me just look up leak Sonic game, and I'll probably pop. Sonic With, which was I don't let me just look up Sonic With. It should pop up. But and like a lot of people have been saying it's going to be about dimension hopping,
Oh,
and that's just a brief. There's been a lot of information that's supposedly leaked about it, but none of it's been from like a credible source.
well, you'd be surprised on how much leakers get right.
Oh, exactly. Like there's a good chance, but also we don't
That
know.
just
Like
that just looks like a Sonic Forces edited on Photoshop.
yeah, look at like this isn't like this is fan made stuff that the
Yeah.
logo I'm showing you right now, but
Oh, okay.
it's just like I was just to have a picture up, but Sonic Rift is what it's been called, so it's like maybe this will connect to this show because like we can't really base these two logos off of each other, but if somehow this was a leaked logo, somehow they do look vaguely similar.
I just
Like
had an idea. Maybe people, when they heard about like these leakers, they heard about a new Sonic property about like dimension hopping and all of that.
Maybe.
And they thought, oh, it's a new Sonic game, when in reality they could be talking about this.
Yeah, Sonic Rift could also work with this. Well,
Yeah, I think it's definitely possible too, but just something to think about.
Yeah. Yeah, but I guess to go over some of the smaller details before we wrap this up. This goes some of the stuff we haven't talked about. This program is geared to an audience 6 to 11, but will reportedly respect the scale and scope of the adventures exhibited throughout the Sonic the Hedgehog franchise. I'm assuming that means it's geared for like the general Sonic audience, but also it won't be like a kid. Like they're gonna make like shows like Adventure Time, Steven Universe, and so on. Gravity Falls. It is for kids, but also if you're older, you can still love and enjoy it. Which either way, I'll be watching all 24 of these episodes when they come out.
Even if it's good or not.
Yes, because that's what us Sonic fans do. We even if we don't like it, we do it anyways. Go back to some of my older videos when we were talking about the Sonic movie before we got the redesign and all that, and I was like, I'm still gonna see it. Don't know how much I'm gonna like it, but I'm still gonna see it. That was kind of a sad couple of months there. The companies who are making this, Wild Brain and Man of Action, I know they've both worked on the Mega Man. I think it was Mega Man Fully Charged. It was a 3D CGI like animated Mega Man show that ran on Cartoon Network for 2 seasons. A couple years back, I think like 2018, 2019, around there. And I heard that was really good. I've never seen the show, but I've seen like some of the plot points from that show, and it was a really cool. Like it didn't like follow up on the games. Basically, they did kind of like its own like adaptation of the game universe, but they made it pretty different. But it was also like really cool how they made it different. This also Wild Brain owns Johnny Test, so that's another thing.
So not only a Mega Man crossover, maybe a Johnny Test crossover as well.
Exactly. But
well, I mean, a crossover series would be really cool, especially like from Sonic.
I think I could. I don't think it would happen. I like me personally, realistically speaking, here with this show.
Yeah, I don't think it's gonna happen. I think
I can see us Sonic, like classic Sonic, maybe have like an arc, like maybe like a 2 or 3 episode like arc, where like it's like the classic Sonic world. Just because it's classic Sonic, they'll probably put more focus in that than just one episode.
Mm-hmm.
And then I can see. I don't think we're going to see Boom Sonic. I don't.
Well, for that you would need Roger Craig Smith, because there's really no other way to represent.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Wild Brain also worked on Sonic Boom, by the way. I just remember that.
Oh, so it will have a comedic level to it. That's very interesting.
Yeah, but and then I could see the possibility of crossovers with other game franchises, but I feel like that's more likely in a potential season 2.
Yeah.
Because typically companies like to see how well a show or game or whatever. It's like Smash Brothers, why a lot of third parties don't want to get involved with the third game because they weren't sure. So the reason why PlayStation's All Stars Battle Royale couldn't get a lot of third parties because they weren't sure how well the game would do. That's why like characters like Crash Bandicoot won in that game, even though you would think Crash Bandicoot should be in there. But Activision was like, well, we don't know how well that game's going to do, so Crash is with us. Even though they were doing nothing with Crash at the time. Anyhow, I guess one other thing that I've been meaning to bring this up, the 24 episodes, that is, Netflix is notorious for getting getting shows and making all the seasons very short, but like production wise, it's like 1 season, but like it's over the course of 3 seasons, like release wise. So I'm kind of shocked the 4th season will be 24 episodes.
Well, more or less, I think the thing with that is, with some of those shows, I think Netflix had a hand in making a lot of these, and I think Netflix will have a hand in making this, but I think it will be lesser than some of the other shows, because this isn't Sonic Boom, but hearing that it's being made by some of the same people and made in similar circumstances. I have a feeling it'll be kind of similar, but only in the sense it's a Sonic TV show.
I think basically it's like how like Sonic Boom was on Cartoon Network. It wasn't
Mm-hmm.
made by Cartoon Network, but that was like where it aired. I think that's
Yeah.
good. And like Netflix will probably do a good amount of promotion, but I think unlike the Sonic movie where like Sonic, the Sega themselves didn't promote it too much outside of just kind of back in what Paramount released about it. I think this we
Mm-hmm.
will see Sonic the Sonic the Hedgehog YouTube channel. Like Sonic the Hedgehog YouTube channel has no trailers for the Sonic movie. But they had back in the day, they did have trailers for like Sonic Boom, the show. I think we'll have that with this. Like we will see like when the first trailer comes out, it'll be on Netflix's YouTube, but also be on Sega's or the Sonic the Hedgehog YouTube channel. I don't think Sega has a YouTube channel.
It'd be really cool if they followed the trend and put the first episode free on either of the YouTube channels.
That would be. I could see Sega doing that because they've done that in the past with certain things before. They've done like free animated content before and previews, and I could definitely see them doing that for the first episode. I'll go with the Sonic Boom thing. I think this will be. I don't think it'll have a similar tone
I think,
to
yeah,
Sonic Boom because I think this
tone
will
and
be
story.
one serialized story over the course of the season. But I do
Mm-hmm.
think it will have. It will be like I think it's going to be very similar to like tone and widen wise. I think it's going to be very similar to IDW comics.
Yeah.
Where it has a serialized story, but it also has that fun, spirited nature of Sonic the Hedgehog.
Mm-hmm.
I think the series actually going to be outside of some of the more cringier parts of Sonic X. I think it'd be kind of similar to Sonic X, where it has serialized plot line, but there's also like some episodes that are a bit more just kind of fun little episodes that kind of progress the plot.
Mm-hmm.
I think it'd be a similar spin like that. And also, the other thing keep in mind, even though it's being made by Wild Brain, all the people who worked on Sonic Boom, there's a chance that none of them are working on this.
Yeah.
Because, it's a bit, it's not, you gotta keep that in mind. I do know, Jasmine Hornerez, she works at Sega, and she was like the main spearhead for Sonic Boom, or anything animated Sonic-wise. She started with Sonic Boom, but then, they did some animated shorts on the Sonic the Hedgehog YouTube channel, and
Mm-hmm.
like animated series, and she was like the spearhead for those. So I would imagine she's the spearhead for Sonic Prime on the Sega side of things,
Mm-hmm.
like how she was at Sonic Boom, the Sonic Mania miniseries, and so on. There's some other smaller one-off stuff too, but yeah, they that's about everything. Like there are some quotes here, but all just like, we're thrilled to partner with Wild Brain and Man of Action Entertainment for this new chapter in the Sonic franchise. And that's like the chief brand officer of Sega. It's just a lot of those like a big
Brand
higher
officers
up.
are thrilled to work with anyone.
Yeah, it's just the generic like the Netflix director of original animation. I spent many hours with the Blue Blow as a kid, and it's a privilege. And yeah, it's that generic. You like. I hope they really are this passionate about the project, just looking from the logo and what we've heard, I think this seems like it's going to be fairly ambitious, and it does get me excited, especially if fingers crossed Ian Flynn. Maybe this is why last year he kind of took off writing duties from the IDW comics. Well, he still writes for the comics, but he's not the head writer anymore. He just occasionally comes in to do some side stuff. And I would love to see Ian Flynn. Like he somehow fixed the mess that was Archie Comics somehow and made it like one of the best parts of the worst part of Sonic to the best part. So like I have faith in that man that he could write a good story. A lot of other writers, like obviously I don't think you just have one writer, but for obvious reasons. But I do hope he does have involvement in this because he understands the tone and style of Sonic the Hedgehog better than I think the games do.
And again, with what you were saying, I hope Netflix actually cares about the project and is that excited to do it. They better be, man, because Disney Plus is getting really competitive.
Yeah. I think when they stop promoting this, Netflix, whether how much do they support it internally, like how much I don't know, like we don't know how much but they could have more involvement in this than we think.
Yeah.
But I definitely think externally when they stop, because this like this is a press release. Most people, the general public, aren't going to really know about this show right now. It's just like most people don't know about the Sonic movie until the trailers came out. When the first trailers comes out, and I'll bet money it's going to be trending on YouTube that first day.
Oh yeah.
Because of what it is. Netflix is going to blow this out of the water. I bet there'll probably be merchandise. There's going to be promotions. You may see some. It's probably going to be all you see on like YouTube ads. If you watch anything that's like Netflix related or Sonic related, you're just going to or probably Nintendo related, just because a lot of times you get Sonic ads with Nintendo game like videos, is because they kind of get roped in with each other.
You like Mario? Well, you'll like the Sonic show that's coming out.
What was that?
Oh, did you not hear that? Do you like Mario? Because if you like that, you'll like the Sonic show that's coming out.
Yeah. I think, yeah, like as of now, like honestly, my bet is we'll probably get a trailer. It'd be cool if we got one for E3, but I think the earliest we'll get a trailer. I don't think it'll be at E3, no, but I think the earliest we'll get it, a potential trailer for this or teaser, will be sometime in the summer.
I think you might get news along with E3, but since it's not strictly video game related, it is what it isn't. So I don't think
well, Sonic Boom was
really
announced at E3. That's why, the show. That's why I do.
That's actually interesting to think about, but also Sonic Boom is its own can of worms.
Yeah. Well, also the fact that E3 is most likely going to be digital this year because of the current world outside of Sonic.
Yeah.
There is a higher possibility of, because a lot of these bigger game developers are just doing their own presentations outside of E3 and all that. So I think E3 would be more than willing to be able to show off the brand new Sonic show. So
yeah.
I think they'll be ecstatic to do that, because that will probably be, because unlike like 5 years from today, like 5 years back, Sonic, especially the movie, and now the comics are now like big again. Like Sonic is getting back up there with the likes of, like, he was always up there with the likes like Mario and all that, but more on the classic side. Now he's getting thrown back to the modern public's eye. With the movie, that really helped with that. Now we got the show that's going to help put Sonic back out there, and we're probably going to same time we get trailers for this. We're probably going to get trailers for the Sonic movie sequel as well, because they've already started filming. They've started filming early, actually, on that. Surprising. Right. It's they've only been doing like I think they're filming in Hawaii, they're doing right now, because the director's been spotted at Hawaii, like doing preparations for it. I don't think they started filming, but they're preparing for it already. And I think filming's planned to start late February and then go into March. So we're definitely going to be seeing stuff of that movie and very soon. But because there's going to be on-set photos that get leaked out. Like, if you just look at this third Spider-Man movie from Marvel, we've gotten so many leaked photos from that. So
directors. I mean,
yeah. Well, also just people who happen to be in the area.
Yeah, but you don't get like a random jogger like running by and he's like, "Oh, I know that guy. He's the guy who's directing the Sonic movie too."
Well, the funny thing is that's kind of what happened with a lot of the leaked photos we got from the fourth Sonic movies filming set. Well, also they filmed it in a town in Vancouver,
as most Hollywood movies are.
Yeah, so it was just a lot of, yeah. That's why a lot of people think Hawaii is such a unique place to be filming at, because normally you go like, it's a unique place. Not people go filming to Hawaii. Anyhow, I'm gonna stop us there before this becomes a Sonic movie 2 discussion. I'm sure we'll do that whenever we get a trailer for that.
Yeah.
So, unless you have anything else to say, I think we switched out the most of these 6 sentences.
Aside of start saving up for a Netflix account. No, don't really have anything else to leave you with.
Yeah, I already have a Netflix account, but I definitely know I will have it by the time the show comes out. So this would be the part where I'll ask where can people find you, but you don't have any social medias, as far as I know.
Find me on planet Earth.
Yes,
If you're lucky, of course.
if you're
I'm
lucky,
very elusive.
you'll be able to find Thomas in the brand new the Sonic Adventure place that we started today actually, or at least the day of this recording today.
You can also find me on Roblox. My username is. Actually, I'm not going to tell you.
You're gonna have like a horde of people following you in Roblox. Anyhow, before we divulge this anymore, I'm gonna just end it here. Thank you all so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed. Next time, hopefully when we get a trailer for this, we'll be back talking about this. I'm sure Thomas will join us, and maybe we'll whip some other people into this too. But yeah, thank you all so very much for watching this little discussion video, and we will see you all in the next one. Bye.
Bye-bye.